There we go. I think we are... not quite. Oh, that's a loud buzz in the background. Let me see if I can fix that. I think we are... not quite.
Are you on T-Force 1 or 2?
T-Force 2. T-Force Podcast 2.
Oh, okay, noted.
Yeah. Alright everybody, hello, welcome to the Battle Arena hosted by Turning Force Network. This is Ugly Tuco, joined today by Crazy Phil.
Hey!
And Battle Arena, of course, is just a bunch of custom games we put together. Anybody bronze for 2 gold can join and participate. And we try to simulate solo queue. You guys play, we stream it and commentate and get feedback. And hopefully we all learn something. Rule number 1. What are the rules? Do you remember the rules, Phil? It's been a while since I've done this. I would like to know the rules if you could please do that.
Well, rule number 1 is no team speak for anybody. We are trying to emulate solo queue here, and no, just because you have a duo queue, that doesn't count. No team speak at all, please. Rule number 2 is no raging at your team or enemy. If you do see someone raging, make sure you take a screenshot and send it to feedback@TurnityForcePodcast.com, or you can just message us and we will try to address it as soon as possible. Rule number 3 is no target banning. Don't do that in ranked or in solo queue, so don't do it here, please. Just because you know the dude.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah. And last but not least is to have fun. So yeah, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of white noise on my end, so...
Is there?
Yeah, that's coming from me, though. I'm gonna see if I can...
Hey, try to turn down your... audio? Yeah.
I have to...
But yeah, if you guys do have any questions in chat, feel free to ask and we will answer them as quickly as possible.
Yep.
So looking at some of the bands here, not too surprising seeing Darius Garen ban. Seems to be like tops a big priority for people ever since the Juggernauts came out. I'm not too sure about the Master Yi ban. I don't know if it really warrants a ban, but again, it's just, in my opinion, bans don't matter that much. But
yeah, especially, well, I don't know, is Devourers, was Devour enabled? Yeah, okay, so yeah. It's still there, and it's still, the only change to it was really ranged champions. It's for every 4 hits now, right? They do double proc instead of every 2.
That's for ranged champions, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's basically a nerf to Kale, and the new jungler. The Kindred, which has yet to be released.
Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so,
apparently I'm pretty quite...
I'm wondering how I
can...
can...
Yeah.
I'm wondering how I can boost that.
Yeah, sorry for technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've streamed.
Yeah. We've been AFK for a little while. But as he's figuring that out, we might as well talk about some of the picks here. I'm really liking the picks coming on for Blue Team right now. They have a lot of stun and engage for the Anders himself.
Yeah.
Really surprised he didn't pick Riven. That's his go-to champion.
Yeah, it is. Let's see here. The Olaf is interesting. I haven't seen too much Olaf top lane, but he's kind of a... It feels like with all the... They didn't touch him at all for the Juggernaut changes, which is interesting. And so we're not going to see... I guess Darius, Garen, and Fiora were all banned, so...
Yeah.
We saw a lot of Darius in Worlds today, dear lord.
Yeah, he was a priority pick, and that was something to watch. Him just ulting everyone he could find.
Yeah. looking at the teams, I kind of do like blue team's composition a bit. Though, wait, okay. That's not going to be a jungle Rammus. Okay. Never. Oh, thank you, Stalker. You're the best.
So if I was Fanny Packs right now, just from looking at their team comp, they already have tanks, they have some nice carries. What they need right now is this one more peel for the Lux and for Caitlyn. So anybody that can disengage, maybe a Kennen, be nice. Braum is also a nice pick as well.
Yeah.
Just things that can just protect your carries, since you already have some meat
like,
for the front.
Like the CC for blue team is basically Lee Sin coming in and kicking someone back, or a long-range stun from Syndra. Otherwise, they kind of got to get a little close to throw down Nasus slow or get a tongue out from Tahm Kench. But you've been playing a little bit of Tahm Kench at top lane at least, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's actually really OP top and jungle right now. Solo Q was. But I think this is going to be a support.
Yeah, it is.
Which is still fine. He's still a strong support as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he comes out with surprise, like an annoying amount of safety for the AD carry just by gobbling them up and running away, and a surprising amount of damage when he's decides to eat an enemy. It's a lot of damage that came out from the support position.
Yeah, a max W does so much for your HP. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh.
So top lane is going to end up being Olaf versus Nasus. I'm guessing that's going to favor Olaf, maybe? At least in the early portion of the game.
I mean, when you're facing a Nasus, it's always favored.
Yeah.
You don't have many favorable matchups, so... And Olaf, with his slow, there's no way he's going to escape. So, unless Nasus can somehow freeze the turret, or freeze the minions to his turret, he's gonna have a rough time. But
yeah,
it really just comes to wave management for both of them, really.
Yeah, it really does, because if Olaf uses his axe to harass in the middle of the minion wave, it's gonna just push the wave, and if he doesn't push it all the way, then Nasus can easily freeze it in front of his tower. So he's either kind of gonna have to push it all the way under, or try to instead zone out Nasus. If he uses his E on Nasus, that counts as a spell and doesn't draw minion aggro, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so that might be one small tip he could use if he's looking to just trade without drawing minion aggro.
Yeah. As for Olaf, some tips. If you notice Nasus rushing Frozen Heart, it actually wouldn't be that bad maxing your E for more true damage, because he's gonna have a lot of armor and not a lot of health for that build. So it's really gonna be effective.
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind.
Mid lane is gonna be Lux versus Syndra. They both keep their distance.
Yeah, it's basically like a battle of cooldowns, essentially. They have to play around their abilities.
Yeah.
Just like I gave ever Syndra players the same tip, but as soon as you see your opponent last hitting, you always Q.
Yeah.
And that's like the perfect opportunity to harass them.
And Lux is, I feel like her early levels are a little rough, even though she has plenty of poke to throw out. That poke costs a ton of mana, and the wave clears. She still has to finish off the back wave minions with the auto after she uses her E. So she isn't she's still really safe early on, but once she gets but yeah. Sorry, I'm losing focus here.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Unplugged and replug Micarino. Yeah, we'll try that.
But yeah, going into the jungles here, we do have Anders into the lead in. Looking at the lanes, I would probably, unless Olaf is super push up, I wouldn't worry about top too much. I'll probably focus around mid lane, because that's gonna be a feast or famine for both of them. Whoever gets ahead of that is just going to snowball from there. Yeah, that one sounds different. Hopefully it sounds better on the stream for sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Be good? Alright. Uh-huh. Just really quick, he can't hear you, by the way. None of the stream can. Yeah. So right now, it's just been a really awkward silence while I've been listening to your advice. Yeah, now you're back to normal audio. Like still with the background noise as well. Yeah. But no, as Tuco's trying to get that figured out, I might as well go on to Udyr here. As I said before, make sure to prioritize bottom and top. Just because Nasus is super easy to harass early on. And generally, if a Lux gets fed, you have good harass, you have good burst potential. Plus, Syndra is one of the easiest mid laners to gank, just because she has no escape. As soon as she uses her E, she's done for. Uh-huh. Like, you don't have to be looking at your jungle while doing camps. You can be looking at mid laners and seeing how they behave and seeing if they're aggressive, if they play passive. Generally, you want to gank the more aggressive ones. Yeah, this is really weird. But at least they decided to pause the game, so this will give you an opportunity. Yeah, they're trying to get us. Item-wise, everything looks pretty standard. Nothing too much to say about that wise. Yeah.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh no, we're starting to lose everybody. Coming a disaster. Turn day forces ruined. Battle arena's over. Cancelled. How you guys doing today? Twitch stream? As we're waiting for a pause and waiting for Ugly Tuco, I might also talk to you guys one-on-one. Amigo, amigo.
A summoner has reconnected.
Disconnected. Connected.
A summoner has reconnected. Minions have spawned.
There we go. I think they can hear me. Can you hear me now? That better? Nope.
Channel switched.
Hello?
Oh my god. Okay, maybe you can't hear me, but I think they can hear me now. Alright. I don't understand.
Pico, you alive?
I think so.
Alright, well, I guess as he's figuring out that, I might as well use the commentating on my own here. Alright, now everyone just should be pushing waves as fast as possible to get that level 2 fire spike.
Disconnected. Connected.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Alright, hey, and look at that, Syndra died. I don't know how.
And a pause. Alright.
Oh my goodness, okay.
We are off to a great first game here.
Syndra says she needs to reset her internet. 400 plus ping, that's too bad.
Yeah.
So other than that, I'm gonna move some people around.
But, really quick, one thing I did notice as I was here by myself was that Gnosis decided to do a camp level 1. And not only did he use one of his health pots, but he went back to lane without buying any potions or wards.
Oh, okay.
Which is not a good thing to do versus a lane bully like Olaf. So, essentially, it would be way better for you, in general, Gnosis. Even though doing a minion wave or a camp is good, generally Gnosis does it really slow and you lose more than you gain.
Yeah.
But if you were going to do that, it's way better for you just to be back.
Nice ward there. Oh.
And then TP back. Gain a lot more.
I feel like common. That might have been a waste of a exhaust there, and red team is kind of pushing a little bit too hard on that. But otherwise, an okay gank from Udyr there.
Interesting game from Anders. Surprised that lane gank actually worked.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow.
There it is.
Yeah. I guess for Olaf there, you want to really be trying to juke that Q. I know it's more like mind games, but generally just staying in a straight line isn't your best course of action.
Yeah. Oh, Lucian showing off that mastery emote. I'm kind of surprised Caitlyn's down in CS right now.
Yeah, that's like one of the big problems with Caitlyn is that if you're not winning laning phase,
Like,
Done
even
really
if you're
enough.
going even, that's kind of losing as Caitlyn.
yeah.
Yeah, like right now she's not really abusing her range advantage at all. She could be poking down that Tom Kinch every time he walks up, and she's not abusing that range. Like right there, she could have autoed.
Ooh.
Right here, she could auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the easiest way to harass, especially as an ADC, every time they go for a last hit, you auto them because then they can't respond back to your auto attack.
Mhm.
So helpful.
Oh, there's the Lee Sin Q. Oh, he's gonna flash and get away. Oh. A lot of flashes going on. Udyr probably should just go back to base. I
Yeah,
don't think
go
he's
back to
gonna. Same with Lee Sin. I don't think there's any plays to be made here besides zero and death. Nasus went back and he got a Sheen first item. So it looks like he'll probably be trying to go into Trinity Force or Iceborne Gauntlet. That's a pretty aggressive first item build for Nasus, to tell the truth.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan if he is going Iceborne Gauntlet. I'm not a big fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it will help you with your last hitting if you're not used to it, but
Yeah.
getting something like Glacial Shroud would be a whole lot more better for you.
Yeah, because one of the I know, and what's popular a lot among a lot of Nasus players is to get some early CDR to help get as many stacks as possible, and they usually get that CDR within a defensive item because they want to go a little tanky.
Yeah,
But,
your
yeah.
goal as Nasus is just the farming game, and you want 40% CDR ASAP. So a lot of Nasus, they get Kindle Gem and Great Glacial Shroud.
Yep. So an okay gank there by Lee Sin. I might have recommended trying to reach level 6 first before you try another gank. Oh. He's being really aggressive. Once... And that's actually going to force Caitlyn out of... Looks like they're going to back. Wow, okay. Syndra with another attempt on her. It looks like Nasus is a little comfortable farming in front of his own tower, or at least a little bit under it.
Yep, he's doing what he needs to do,
Yeah.
wave management wise, is keep it under his turret.
Yeah, he's already at 81 bonus damage, so he's doing okay.
Yeah. Same with you, Olaf, if you're trying to go for harass, try to make sure your Q doesn't hit the minions. You don't want it to be reset.
Oh wow, nice gank mid. Nice move by the Syndra there to go back towards the Lee Sin so he could jump to her in order for him to get that Q off and hit Lux. That was a good move.
Uh-huh.
Land the stun, then get the Lee Sin in there. Very nice. Both supports seem to be doing pretty well item-wise. You know, they both have their relic shield, sightstone, early pair boots. I'm wondering which one of them is going to try and roam and make something happen first in mid lane, or help with their jungler at all. But here's Olaf going aggressive. If he wants to ult, he might be able to. That's a little late on the ult, to tell the truth. Oh, that Lee Sin knew exactly when to come in. So it's hard to be that aggressive. I know he had Scuttle Crab as vision, but he didn't have any wards. And I don't know if he saw Lee Sin anywhere else on the map. Usually you want to know where the enemy jungler is before you go aggressive on somebody in lane, unless you know you can kill them really fast. And you probably could have killed him maybe if you had popped ult earlier. I don't know if it was on cooldown at the time or not. But if you'd been able to pop that really early, I feel like you might have been able to get those few autos in he needed to secure the kill.
Uh-huh.
Blue team has a pretty good. Both teams are warding bot river pretty well. Bot lane is pretty safe for both sides. So a lot of the action right now is happening mid.
I'm liking what bot lane's doing right now for blue team. They're roaming right now.
Oh yeah, with a whoa. Wow, very aggressive by Lux, but she's gonna. So that was.
I don't know about that flash there, Stalker.
I do like.
Was secured.
I thought that was a really good ult from him. He's saying he hit that Q, but and right now he's he is leaving Lucian a bit by himself, but Lucian has the tools to protect himself, and instead Tomkin just gonna help take down, or at least put down a lot of damage on this middle turret.
It's nice for you guys to notice and roaming a lot for bot lane.
Mm-hmm.
But you probably should just let Tom roam himself while you were just trying to CS as best you can.
Yeah.
You just want to try to hit that late game to mid game power spike out on Lucian. Especially since you're this far ahead, there's no reason for you to be making plays like that.
Yeah. Lee Sin sitting on top of a ward.
Oh, he's going Trinity Force first.
Oh, yeah. Like, I kind of expect. Oh, wow. He has enough stacks though, where it kind of doesn't matter. He did get a little bit of an early lead, which is why I think he's
and
comfortable.
Engage right there.
Yeah.
Olaf. You probably just should have tried kiting him out.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the best thing you want to do when you're facing him is try to bait out his ultimate. Then, as soon as you do, use your ult, keep on spamming your Q to slow him down, and then go for the re-engage.
Udyr barely gets away. Yeah, it looks like blue team is firmly in control here.
Oh.
I'm wondering where you think these guys should be going next in terms of a team, or what their strategy should be, what bot lane or mid lane should be looking for. Should they be looking to group up and take an objective like Dragon? Should they be trying to rotate top and maybe take a that tower? Oh,
What, for red team?
Yeah. Nice use of
right.
exhaust there from Braum. He's gonna pay that with his life, maybe? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But good
right.
use of exhaust.
Red team's not in a position right now to be taking any objectives.
Right.
Right now, Lucian is a better scaler than Caitlyn. Nasus is gonna be
I'm
doing
looking
a whole lot
at
better.
I'm looking at red team's vision right now, and it's besides bot lane, the bot side of the map is pretty well lit up. But other than that, their vision is pretty it's lacking. And when you already have mid tower down, they need to start putting wards kind of on their side of the map at the entrance to their jungles. That's where they need to be putting some wards right now if they want to be able to stay in this game.
Uh-huh. Honestly, I think he might have been able to 1v1.
Yeah, the Lee, he might have been able to 1v1, maybe.
And then flash away from Nasus.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
again,
so
it's better to be safe than sorry.
yeah, it is. And so here's Braum clearing out that ward. This what they need to do. They need to ward up their jungle entrances, clear out any enemy wards that are in their own area. Even though they're missing 2 deep wards right now. Looks like everybody's gonna be grouping mid here. Oh, that Tahm Kench saves Lee Sin from a ton of damage. One more auto. Syndra is down.
There we go.
You can do it, Caitlyn. I believe. Oh, the net was probably not a great idea there.
Yeah.
the,
I think she didn't mean to flash to Lee Sin there.
yeah.
I think that was a misclick.
I don't think she needed the net forward to get that last auto onto Tahm Kench.
Yeah.
She could have just
I think
walked forward.
Cyril understands that he messed up there.
Yeah. He maybe meant to finish off Tahm Kench with the net gun.
Uh-huh.
But let's see, there's 3 bot here for red team, including jungler, but I don't think they can go do drag here. They could just grab blue.
Yeah, so right now if I was Udyr, you should be realizing that your team needs some pressure on the map right away, even though you are going to devour Udyr.
Yeah.
So it's better for you to sacrifice your own build just so you can help other lanes like top right now or mid lane.
Top lane is a little bit of a standoff right now, but that lifesteal from Nasus passive is just keeping them up in health.
Yeah.
One thing that these top laners need to realize and communicate with their team is Nasus should know whether or not Olaf has teleport. And if he knows that Olaf's teleport is down, he should probably be pressuring his team to start, or at least, you know, telling his team that they can do Dragon and have a numbers advantage if the other team does decide to fight that.
Yeah. Just remember that TP is generally on a 5-minute cooldown.
Yeah.
4 minutes if they do it on their tower.
Red team is working really well with these picks. I'm kind of I guess that Lux binding is really keeping them in this game. That should be a free dragon for them as well. Oh, I missed that kill up top. Yeah, especially if you see their enemy jungler up top like that. That's a good call for dragon. Ooh. A little closer than I would have liked on that dragon call, but good job. Blue team still has some very good deep wards in red side's jungle. Red team has improved their warding situation a little bit. Okay, so what do you think Olaf needs to do right now to help his team? He's a little bit behind this Nasus. His teleport's down. I'm guessing he just teleported back to lane.
Yeah, he just did.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, he can't 1v1 the Nasus.
Yeah.
Just off of item advantage, so I would probably just try to push up top as much as you can and start roaming around.
Yeah.
But if your team is actually winning fights like these and keep on getting picks off, just try to hold off the Nasus from taking towers, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the Nasus hasn't been able to take that tower, especially with that gank from Lee Sin earlier. I thought they would try to take the top tower as an objective because they were sacrificing Dragon anyway for that kill. But I guess Nasus likes to keep... I mean, it's fine to keep wanting to lane and get your stacks up, but at some point you need to translate that power that you have into winning the game for your team. Udyr is cut out there. There's another pick from Lux. Wow.
Yeah, she's doing really well this
She
game.
is. So blue team's gonna back off here. I feel like they really should just try and... That top turret's basically free if they just send one person up there with Nasus to go take it. It's probably a free kill too if they go up there and gank it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like it doesn't. Nasus is in a good state either way, just because he can just keep on Q stacking.
Yeah.
So they can just ignore top side. But
They can, but if I'm on blue team, I'm kind of like I want my Nasus to join my team and start helping out. I feel like.
yeah,
So one way you can force that is by helping them take that tower and just be like, oh, yeah, look, your tower's down, laning phase over, let's go do something. Nice teleport here coming in. Speaking of which, good job.
yeah.
They can. That looks like they're gonna transfer that into a. I don't know if they could be able to take anything off of this, which is interesting. They're gonna lose 2 towers and give up a kill on. Their bot lane's dead, but they basically get 2 towers for it. That's kind of interesting. Oh. Oh, Lux is in trouble. Udyr needs to be helping out Lux right now. Oh. A little aggressive there from red team. Nice rotation from blue team. They came all the way from bot lane up to their own blue buff for that play. Oh, Caitlyn, a little, oof. A little risky there. Being a little too close to the action, but she gets out with her life. Dragon's up in a minute 30. Once again, bot lane, both sides have warded it up pretty well.
Uh-huh.
And I expect some of these guys to start throwing down wards around Dragon. It's up in a minute 20. I'm guessing both teams are going to be contesting for it. Red team is slightly behind, but their Lux has a lot of... If they get control of the Dragon area first, their Lux can zone... Wow.
Yeah.
And she can do that too.
It's like it doesn't matter how fed a Nasus is if he can't get to a target, he's pretty much worthless.
Yep. So blue
and that's
team,
what Lux is for.
yeah, blue team was a little disorganized there. They had a couple people deep in the enemy jungle. Whoa! And here's another pick from them. They can translate that into mid tower, tier 2 tower.
Oh hey, it's Santana.
Oh hey.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh hello.
All right. Are you already in here spectating the game?
Yeah, I just got in. I saw the Lux pick on the Syndra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd probably stay away from Dragon if I was red team. It's one of those risks where they might be able to win a fight.
It is a risk, but I feel like if they got, like, they don't really have control of it. They killed a bunch of people, and then they went forward and didn't put any wards around the area. Like, looking at...
There's a lot of wards in inventory right now that have not been placed.
And if you have control of that area, even if you're slightly behind, your Lux is so far ahead, she could zone out a lot of people from that.
Side note, Olaf just burned his ult top lane to get away from the Nasus, so that's not going to be down for this next fight if he decides to TP in.
Yeah, he does have TP, but Nasus is already heading down bot, which is a good move by him. Especially if, yeah.
There's a huge wave top lane, though, that he's going to miss. So, we'll see how this goes. They have scuttle control, though. That's pretty important for Braum.
It is. Alright, so blue team started it. Red team knows. They don't really have much. They have one ward kind of nearby, but that pink ward's going gone. There goes Drag. It's gone. I don't know if they really want to pick a fight right here, though.
No, it's too late now. It's,
yeah.
Go get these side lanes pushing. That top wave.
Olaf might be... He might have been able to teleport top and really pressure it, but...
He could have just gone back up. I don't think they were going to contest for that.
Yeah.
Also, blue team is just kind of wasting time here. You're not gonna push an inhib turret.
Mm-hmm.
Not against Lux and Caitlyn.
Yeah.
So either somebody needed to rotate and take care of this wave because now it's in the turret.
Yeah, the red team had their sidelines in a good spot, and now red team's all up in the upper jungle. I don't know what. I guess for red buff
Nasus gets caught out.
or wow, and Udyr too.
Udyr gets caught out, but they're gonna kill the Nasus.
Yeah.
We have switched sides officially.
There is an agreement between the teams to switch sides on the map.
Who's got what up though? Oh, that's a good binding.
Oh wow.
That was really good. There goes the Olafals. Good.
Nice, Bramall.
But they need the focus here.
Alright.
Caitlyn's by herself.
Oh.
It just doesn't that just reset? Yeah, it just gives the reset
Yeah.
on Caitlyn ult. Whoa!
Ooh.
Let's not face tank.
Ooh. I can't tell which side is which side anymore.
Well, Udyr's back at this point, and Caitlyn's getting gone.
Wow.
These fights. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, next flash view. And dead. Okay. So
That was all over the place. Oh my goodness.
To recap that, I'm not quite sure what happened in the upper jungle of red team there when Udyr got caught out.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have. They didn't. There's no need for Udyr to go up into that area. Like, they had no vision of it, and their wave up there was already pushing. They could have just kept going mid. I feel like, but
All right, so oh boy, all right, gold's evened up a little bit. Right now, who's got? Does Olaf have TP up? Oh, he's gonna be dead here in a second.
yeah.
No, nope. He's just gonna try and waste time and hope Udyr gets here. He has no mana. What I was about to say is whoever has TP up should be splitting bot lane.
Oh wow, is he really gonna get the TP
Yeah.
out? Wow.
Nasus has no hard CC. He's gone. But that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. So here again we see Tahm Kench and Syndra going deep in the enemy jungle and getting a pick.
Well, there's no vision.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you flip to what blue team has, or red team has vision-wise.
Yep. Here's blue team. They have a little bit of vision inside the red jungle.
They have a ward by Banana Bush by blue buff, and a ward by Race.
Yep. And
This
then
is-
yeah, the
is
red team
nothing.
just put one ward in there, and that's it.
Considering, okay, Caitlyn, you probably shouldn't have a warding totem at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You should have switched over to, oh, that's a cat. Nope, Tahm Kench. You should have switched over to Blue Trinket, because if you're face checking bushes to ward as an ADC, you're most likely going to die. So you
Yep.
should have definitely flipped over.
That was a
Same
really
for Lucian, both
Aggressive.
of them.
Oof.
Both of them need to switch.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like CDR boots on Lucian,
Oh yeah, neither do I.
because you just don't have a... It was cute when Triforce was the main build. Oh, that was a
Oh
little aggressive.
yeah.
Your ult should never really be used as primary engage.
It should be a secondary or for a peel,
Or peel.
basically. Yeah.
What Bramall, yeah, it's good as a follow-up to something like maybe a Malphite or now, well, you wouldn't have Alistar in the same team, but already primary engage, something that can initiate a fight already, and then you can follow it up, or you just peel.
Man, I really wish I had that zoom out feature that Riot was showing off during
Oh, I know.
during Worlds today.
You spectate.
Hopefully that'll be coming soon.
Well, soon, trademark. Alright, so...
Oh. God, Tahm Kench is so annoying.
Yep.
Every time I think they're about to get a pick.
Alright, so this ward has been sitting in Olaf's inventory since I got in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been placed a long time ago.
Oh wow, Nasus is about to get caught out.
What is this? What are... He's not stacking very well, honestly.
Yeah, his stacking has slowed down considerably. He started off pretty well, but he still does. He didn't build any CDR.
Yeah,
There's none in his
so-
build.
Okay, so Nasus, one of the things, if you're going to play Nasus, especially in something like an Olaf lane, you have to worry about farming and stacking. So on your first back, a good buy, especially in this matchup, would be of Glacial Shroud for the CDR.
Yeah.
and then you can worry about getting Triforce. I don't like Triforce. I like Frozen or Iceborne Gauntlet just because it lets Nasus stay on people.
Mm-hmm.
Because your Q's gonna do enough. You don't really need the Sheen proc and the crit from like Infinity Edge. It's not great. It's
Yeah.
good if you're like get ahead. Yeah, it's super powerful, but the sticking ability and the armor is a little more important. And as we see, you're getting caught out and just kind of getting caught. Drag's
Yeah.
up in 13.
Red
This
team. Let's take a look at vision here. Blue team
It's not great.
has Scuttle.
Blue team has Numb. They
Yeah.
have Scuttle. and
Red
that's it.
team doesn't have any wards that look into the jungle at all, so they have no
Nope.
idea where. Like I'm looking at their vision right now. All they see is Nasus. They see nothing else. They have no idea where the enemy team is.
Yeah.
And them starting Dragon right now would be a bad idea.
So especially in solo queue, you can't just call it out like in like IP chats. So you have to type these things out well in advance, like 2
Yeah.
minutes, Dragon's up, and let
So,
the team know.
yeah, you
Lee's
see
gonna
that-
come in.
Red team has that ward there, and it's
Got it.
allowing Lux to stay back. Wow. Oh, I don't think Lux is gonna be able to do enough damage for this
Caitlyn
fight.
and Lux they need to peel this Nasus off. Caitlyn, kite back, don't just stand there.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Lux with the fancy
Oh.
feet. Oh, nearly got Caitlyn killed off the shift proc.
Dear Lord. So yeah.
Alright, so 2 for 3. Lux secured Dragon, so they have 2 now.
Mhm.
Top wave's pushing in. Alright. We need better objective control from both teams, because both of these last couple of fights around here have been pretty...
If Red team had just warded out the whole area in general, it makes Lux's job of picking someone off so easy.
Yeah.
And
right,
yeah,
right
go
now,
ahead.
I don't know if this pink ward's been in Brahm's inventory for a while, but it might have. We have no pinks on red team, and we have a pink placed by Nasus.
Yeah.
So first off, support's just got pinks, but everyone should have a pink. Everyone. It's regardless of what gold you get or
Like Braum still isn't warding out this top side of his own
Yeah.
jungle.
like there should be a pink in this pixel.
Yeah.
That ward's kind of useless if you're gonna control Baron Pit. Like you would rather have that ward right where he put one later.
Yeah.
But this ward on Baron is kinda like you have Scuttle, you don't need this one here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, nicely
Oh.
Sin kick. Oh, that's gonna. I think that might seal the
Tom's
game.
behind him, yeah. It's gonna be in hit maybe. Well, they're actually Brahm's tanking up a lot here, but he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Lux ult might have slowed things down. They don't really have a wave. They kind of have this mid wave, and they have one bot.
Yeah. Like the
that-
Baron is the correct call here.
You,
I
you guys
think-
have to make a decision here. Just kind of fiddling around mid lane.
And now they gotta go for the towers. No,
Well,
now
you chose
they're.
bot. You could have gone Baron. Like,
Yeah, Baron
now-
needed to be called really early.
We have 3 at half health, and Lux has laser up and
Oh
Baron,
man, this is a
This is super
recipe for
risky.
disaster.
Lux could yeah, Lux can one shot 2 of them.
All she has to do is put a
And-
ward in. Oh no! All right, they chase him out.
Oh,
Oh, Olaf,
okay.
you gonna? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's super tanky.
Is too tanky. Alright, wow. Yeah, so if they just made the Baron call right away
Now
after
Red
that.
Team needs to turn around and just stop chasing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they
Go
can
do
turn
it.
around and go do it right now.
So the problem blue team had there is
Mhm.
3 of them were half health against Lux, who was at full and had ult up. What the MR Shred Baron does, you can't do that Baron.
Yeah.
Especially not without Nasus.
They just needed to make a clear-cut call there. Either push up mid or bot or go for Baron. They kind of dilly-dallied in mid lane like you said earlier, and that allowed Red team enough time to regroup and make a contest.
Like if all 5 of them just went Baron as Udyr rotated about, that's a free Baron. Or as close to
Wow.
as Lux. Yep.
Nice ward there, whoever put that.
Here comes Elite.
Why isn't Udyr trying to stick with Lux? He needs to be rotating towards me.
Team off
There we go.
Caitlyn.
There we go. Oh,
Oh yeah, Caitlyn Braum
jeez.
and Tom Kenny. Good ult. They should pick up the Tom here.
They should be able to pick off. They should be able to take a tower off of this.
They could probably push it too.
Yeah.
Their 2 tanks are dead, and besides Nasus.
Yeah.
Nasus has to back here. Lux just W everybody and tank it.
I don't know where Udyr's going.
I have no idea. Udyr, stay with your team.
That was a really good Braum shield.
They should just rotate bot. Yeah, they pinged it out.
Yeah,
There's a
but-
huge wave building.
Rotate bot. I don't think they'll be able to take an inhib.
Right
but-
now they're sitting on, like, so they have a 5k gold lead, but if you
Mhm.
look, they're sitting on about, what is that, 2,
Yeah.
4, 6, 8, 9k.
Mhm.
So this gold lead isn't
So
as
blue
big
team
as it
has
could
no vision in their own jungle, and oh, that Lucian should have been dead.
be. Yeah. But the thing is, like, blue team could actually fight this because of how low.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're
Go
gonna
for
get it. No, it's fine.
I think red team wants to keep pushing here. It's
Yep, they're going to. They have a huge wave.
oh, and they just got to pick onto.
And because Nasus went top of the farm.
Oh, he did.
So at this point in the game, yes, you have TP and stacks up. Oh, dead.
Yep.
But you have to
Take the tower. Yeah, there we go. Wow, this is accelerated very quickly.
Well, oh, the tower dive. Died.
That's an ace,
Alright,
and
that's
that's probably
game.
game.
Oh yeah, they have double cannon and everybody.
Reminds me of the Cloud9 game from earlier today. It just
it remind-
snowballed at the end.
It reminds me of when I used to boost you.
Oh, nice Zonias. Credit for that to Dodge Luxel, but it's a little too little, too late. Red team comes away with the win.
Okay, so a game that was somewhat close, snowballed
Well,
really fast in the last 10
blue
minutes.
team had quite a substantial lead. Also,
I
early
wasn't
on.
around for that, so
Yeah, well here, I'll hit the
Let's-
advanced details
we will
here.
pull up the whole thing. Let's break this down. What game was this, by the way? Was this game 1?
Yeah, this was game 1.
Okay.
Let me switch to. There we go. We got. We're just focused on this now. All right.
Statistics. Oh yeah, they had
Yeah,
about almost a 4k gold lead.
and it wasn't just that, but they had like a small gold lead from the 10-minute mark all the way to the 26-minute mark, and they really weren't able to do anything with it. They took like 2 towers, but
So if we flip over to statistics, I think this is a really interesting thing to look at, is how many wards blue team actually placed compared to red team.
blue team placed a lot more.
Lee Sin is a sight zone jungler,
Mhm.
so that kind of skews it a little bit, but even still, every lane opponent like doubled up besides support,
Yeah.
which is good to see. Part of that is because both the AD carry and I think Nasus upgraded to warding trinket.
Mhm.
So that's fine. But they weren't playing around that vision as much. They made a couple picks, if we remember, later in that game, around 25-ish minutes. They caught Udyr out in the jungle, and they caught somebody else out in the jungle. I forgot
Yeah.
who.
Yeah.
But then they were indecisive in like doing something with that.
And it's also like Andiversity saying that their team can siege, and like a lot of their success I feel like was tied to a stun being landed on from Syndra with follow up
Well,
from Nasus and Tom Kinch for additional
Well, that's the
CC.
problem. If you don't have Lee Sin initiate with a
Right.
nice kick,
Like she did that
you have
one
to
fight.
catch somebody with Syndra stun, otherwise
Yeah.
you're just gonna get kited out by Lux and Olaf Qs.
Mhm.
Okay, but we can break down builds really quick, and then we can move on to the next game.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I will try not to go on for a half hour here. Standard Lee build, kind of. You went full AD when your team probably needed another. Oh,
Well, it's a little bit of a
kind of.
balance. Yeah.
kind of. I don't know how I feel about Black Flavor on Lee right now. but I suppose it's fine, especially if you're gonna try and shred for Nasus. And Lucian, Warrior's fine. You got early Mobies too, which is pretty important on Lee. I might have gone Mercs this game though. Like I said, I didn't see the early part of the game, so I can't make super judgment calls on that. I wouldn't have gotten Maw. That was a little greedy. Hexdrinker would have been fine. In fact, I would have preferred you to go Warrior, Hexdrinker, and then build something like a Randuin's, or let's see, what do we got? Yeah, Randuin's, because your Tom picked up Locket, so you don't really need that. So Randuin's would have been good.
Yeah, even though Lux was, I guess, the most fed person on the enemy team, she was really the only source of magic damage.
But she saw it a lot, so like Randuin's into Banshees or something like that. That would have been okay.
Yeah.
Upgraded Sweeper fine. I can't judge how play. I only saw the couple of kicks you had, so you have some nice kicks.
Had some good counter ganks in top lane, especially like whenever Olaf, like I think Olaf decided to go aggressive twice to try and 1v1 Nasus early on, and Lee Sin was there both times. It was he had good timing. Nasus.
Nasus. Let's see.
His CDR didn't come until the very end.
Too late. Yeah. So on first back, I already said this. It should have been Glacial Shroud on first back with a little bit of armor for lane. And then you can. I get greedy when I play Nasus, so I go Glacial Shroud and Kindle Gem.
Yeah.
For
ultimate stacking
CDR.
power. Yeah.
If you get it off your masteries, you can have like 40% at that point, or close to it, and then get it off your Frozen Heart. And then you can move into something like a Sheen item, either Triforce or Iceborne Gauntlet. I usually like Triforce if I get ahead. If I'm like a Nasus who's up like 20 CS and I have a kill or something on my lane opponent, then I'll go Triforce to snowball harder. I don't like it if I'm behind. I don't know if he was. I'm making a lot of judgment calls, but usually it's safer to go tanky and then just have your Q do massive amounts of damage regardless, as long as you're farming well. Let's see, and Dead Man's Plate Nasus.
Yeah.
It's probably okay because the extra movement speed's nice, especially on something like Nasus where you need to be able to be next to somebody. The problem is if we look at Red Team, Lux Binding, Udyr Stun, constant Olaf Qs, Braum passive, it's really hard to get in there.
Yeah.
So Randuin's probably could have gone that slot too, so when you are there you can slow AoE slow, or Banshees to try and stop that first binding. It's tough. I mean, this is not a favorable team comp thing Nasus into. Farm's okay for the most part. It could have been higher, but you started grouping a little bit, and then going off by yourself, and then your team was getting caught out, and you weren't there. So it's when you're playing something like Nasus, you have to be constantly aware of what happens if I'm not with the team, or really pay attention to your TP timer and the opponent's TP timer as well. Syndra. Dallas into Zonia, so you really didn't have a lot of damage, and as Syndra you need that damage to be able to assassinate, well not assassinate, but if somebody gets caught, if you catch somebody out, you can blow them up with your ult. Here though, it might have been okay to, we saw this, tangent, we saw that Frozen played this last split in Korea. He played support Syndra, and what he would do is he'd ult the front line and then use his stun after he ulted to have like an AoE stun.
Yeah.
And then let his team clean up. So you might have had to resort to some of that this game instead of trying to like get on Lux and one shot or get on Caitlyn. Just ult Olaf and then try and stun everybody else around you to let your Lucian who was ahead and your Nasus who was kind of big to do damage there. When you're behind as a mid laner, you have to alternate your playstyles to be more supportive in the best ways you can to help your team carry you. And just make sure you're hitting your stuns, placing balls in correct spots, and doing all those fun things. Tom saved a lot of people that game.
He did.
But he was getting caught out too. Build's fine. Faithful Mountain's pretty standard. Moby's always important on supports unless you get your boots really, really late. We had this discussion earlier in the Slack, I think. If you can't, I'd say if you can't get Moby's by, what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably get something like Merc Treads. Just because Moby's are more valuable the earlier you get them. because it lets you get back to lane faster, it lets you ward earlier faster.
Like,
or
it
ward
even-
deeper earlier.
If like say you already have Sightstone and you go back early and you get Mobies right away, you could basically run to mid, gank, and then make it back down to bot by the time your ADC gets there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's super valuable early on. But yeah, once the game gets later on and you find yourself being hindered in team fights due to CC, Merc Treads is a decent solution to that.
Lucian, I'm not a big fan of EDR boots anymore on Lucian. That was good when he was the Triforce spam all his spells caster, but now he's definitely moved into more of a rotational, like his spells will rotate. So you just like go E, Q, W, your E's back up again, and then you're constantly autoing. So Greaves would have been there, would have been better. I don't like Bork either, although
Yeah.
you needed some more peel, so I could see going Bork here.
But
the problem is, if you look at the other team,
they have
you
a ton of
Frozen
armor.
Heart, you
2
have
Frozen
Dead Man's
Hearts.
Plate,
Yeah,
2 Frozen Hearts, so you needed the last Whisper at
Yeah.
that point.
he did.
So Greaves changed that. Also get Blue Trinket. You shouldn't be warding as an ADC past 10 minutes. It's really risky. You'll die. You'll get caught out by Lux, Udyr, all these other fine champions that like to run at you. Overall, though, not too bad. Like I said, I'm going off of what I see. Fair amount of pink spot. Lee didn't actually get any pink, so I would say buy pinks. Pink are good. Because you can always buy 3. You can always. If you get a pink, it'll always be up unless they find it. So
Yeah.
permanent vision's very important, especially if you get one up early and it just stays there for most of the game. And don't be afraid to move your pinks if they're already been up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Red team, Lux build. Let's see. Did we go Morello's first?
Yeah.
Ooh, Morello's and the Syndra. I guess that's depending how lane went. Because usually you'd want Chalice and the Syndra, and then EDR boots too. That's 20, 15, and you 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that gives you 40. That's fine.
It does. Yeah. As long as she's not running like CDR runes. Yeah.
And then you went Ludens and then Deathcap. So you saw there was actually a fair bit of not really actually. There wasn't a lot of MR when you're building these items, so it's actually better here to go Ludens into Deathcap. Also, Echo lets you kite back from Nasus a little bit faster with the extra movement speed. Things like that. So that's fine. Upgrade your sweeping lens. You bought a fair number of wards too, so that's good. Early on you almost got one on every back. Instead of maybe that green at the 5-minute mark, though, pick up a pink instead and put it in one of the banana bushes or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to complain about you buying wards. That's fine. Standard Udyr build. I see Devourers re-enabled, so that's good.
Yeah.
Triforce is also
It was a little greedy because he didn't necessarily have they got one gank off mid early.
But First Blood.
Yeah, so it was but he wasn't able to do much with it afterwards, so it was like.
So as a jungler, you also should be getting oracles, the sweeping lens, because that's going to be more important for you as a jungler, especially as Udyr when you're trying to run around and gank people. Because the way we look at it is you can always buy wards, you can't buy vision denial unless it's a pink, because Oracle's Elixir doesn't exist anymore. So it's more important for you to have a sweeping lens and then always keep your chickens buff up. I can't think of the stupid
Raptors.
name for them. Raptors, thank you. The Raptor buff, Smite buff up, so you can clear vision for your team. And then Frozen Heart is a good item on Udyr. It has the extra CDR, lets him spam his stuff more. Merc Tread's also fine. Maybe could have gone Swiftness even, just because if you look at it, Nasus and Tahm Kench both have slows, but Merc Treads are still good here. Standard Caitlyn build. The thing I was noticing with you, this is just a comment on your play, you were standing and autoing. You have the longest range in the game, not augmented, so like not Tristana or Cog, W or whatever. So use that to your advantage. Get used to staying at max distance and autoing. Move between each auto. Maybe you can get away with getting 2 autos in the same place, but always try to move around, and that just comes with practice, really. Especially with Phantom Dancer, You should be moving constantly as Caitlyn. You should never be just standing there next to the.
Yeah, there were a couple of times during team fights where he just stood and autoed, and you need to just practice moving between each auto.
Even if it's just moving side to side, that still adds a bit of variance, so they won't always 100% hit you with a CC. Olaf, you popped ult a couple times, but I didn't think you needed to. But I'm pretty sure you can kite out Nasus with Fuse.
I think he also started out 0-4 and 0, so he was able to rebound quite nicely.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what he built after that. Because it looks like... Yeah, so you actually fell behind early and didn't... When did you get Cleaver? You started building tank instead? Kind of.
Kind of, yeah. He built a Kindle Gym and then Chain Vest, which...
And in the same buy with the Cleaver, so...
Yeah.
You saw that you were falling behind. You got that one ward buy. You probably could have got more, especially upgrade your trinket too. As a top laner, having warding trinket upgrade is really important because if you're gonna split, it'll let you keep like 3 wards up constantly if you time it right on their side of the jungle, so you can constantly split and not get caught out. Dead Man's is good on Olaf, I think. And I still don't know how I feel about the item, but
yeah,
the movement speed on Olaf's nice. It gets his ult and stuff.
Yeah.
From Sightstone, communicate with your jungler to find out who's gonna build what, even if it's like Frozen Heart me or you. That way you don't double up. It's not necessarily bad to have double Frozen Heart.
Yeah.
Nasus will be split away from the Lucian, or like Udyr will be on Lucian and you'll be peeling for your Caitlyn on Nasus. So that's okay, but just kind of be aware of, okay, if he's already going Frozen Heart, maybe I can go for something like an Aegis. Aegis probably would have been pretty good here too. The extra field would have been nice. Let's see. You bought 2 pinks, 3 pinks. That's fine. Maybe get a couple more. Just for overall for red team though, work on your vision control. There was lots of times where blue just had dominating vision. You guys are getting caught out. Way to pull that game back though. Not keeping your cool, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And playing that out well. And do you have any more comments, Kuko?
Yeah, just, I felt blue team was a little lost during the mid game. They didn't necessarily know where to go, what to do, so...
And you see that a lot in that kind of elo. Not to, like, degrade you guys, but you'll see it in, like, silver, and even... And gold, too. Even high gold. People won't know what to do after, like, oh, we got a pick, now what? They just kind of flounder around.
Like that happened when they made a teleport gank bot with Nasus and Lee Sin came bot. They got the double kill. They'd already taken bot tower though, and red team just responded by I believe they took Dragon right afterwards, but they also gave up mid and top tower.
Yeah.
And so it was like they took a step forward and a step back at the same time.
So try and keep in mind it's really hard when you're playing solo queue to be like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this, this, and this, and then we'll rotate here.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes through smart things. A lot of it just comes through playing and having natural intuition after you've seen the scenario a bunch, is knowing what you should do if something happens. Oh, I killed my mid laner. I'll push this in the tower and then try and put some pressure on bot, or relieve pressure from bot lane, and then I'll back. Or top lane's got TP up. Tell him to go split. We'll try and force a TP out or something like that. It's just getting used to controlling objectives and moving around the map. Alright, but that's all I have right now, so...
Yeah, that sounds about right. The blue trinkets is really important for ADCs, so I'm gonna highlight that again. But, yeah.
Alright, so we will cut the stream here, and we will be back shortly. So hold tight, everybody.
Yep. Oh. And, yeah, we'll be back with game